What? So on my dashboard, it looks like yeah, like the game did not update properly. Let's try that. Wow, no, why isn't this updated? So it says that I'm posting something else. Come on, okay. Okay, now it looks like it's working. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. But the creator dashboard thing was being real weird. Oh, hey, Backer Fan, thanks for the hydrant. I'll just set my computer aside. I come prepared with full water this time. I know in the last week or so I've shown up with like that much. How are you this morning? After I said that, I actually checked the time and I'm like, oh yes, it is still technically morning. I can say that. I'm doing pretty good. Small victories. I slept for 8 hours last night. The reason I call that small victories is because I think it's been 2 years since I have successfully slept for 8 hours in one night. I struggle with insomnia bad. I think it's a genetic thing because my mom's side of the family, everybody has just wicked insomnia. Whew. So I feel good. So the one thing that's like maybe a little weird is that because of the insomnia, when I do get 8 hours like this, like I don't just feel fine. Like I feel really, really good. And then I wonder, like, fuck, is this how other people feel every day? Because if so, I'm jealous. Alright, let me check my quest log because of course I don't remember what's going on. Oh wow, I got this area pretty cleared out. Ooh, maybe I should go back to Ford and redeem this stuff while I'm not in the game yet. Because I have a brain I can redeem. And I might also be able to redeem some Psy cards, because I think you only need 9 with a core. Oh, and I actually found a scavenger hunt item? Holy shit. Hey, shoo! Oh. Hey, shoo! Ah. Alright, I believe I stopped there and didn't figure out how to do the gears. Alright, I'm gonna go back and redeem some stuff with Ford, and then we'll come back here and actually start the Waterloo game. Just gotta remember. How I get out of here? There seems to be no door on this room. Maybe I can't go out and redeem things with Ford. Come here, you bouncy little shit. I need to get that magnet thing. So I don't have to chase those guys around. Alright. Well, I guess... I can talk this guy.
Oh, go ahead.
Who's winning now?
Who do you think?
Who's winning now?
This always has little exclamation points on it, but then I can't do anything by it. Where's the job rich? No, I just have to remind myself where everything is. Wow, that was glitchy. I'm gonna get up there. Oh, I can climb with these guys, hey?
Oh.
Try to see if I can get a better vantage point. Whether or not I need to be on that roof? I really wanted that to be something. All right. I'm gonna try the house by the orchard, which I think is over here. I think. So I'm thinking with the new schedule, because you know, new semester, new schedule. I am going to stream campaign prep. Haven't settled on a time yet, or even how long I will need to do this. Because I've never DM'd before, so there's going to be a whole lot of experimentation going on with that. Shit. Well, I feel like I gotta be on the right track because there's bad guys. No, I was just chatting. I said I was just talking about how I'm planning on streaming game prep. This coming semester, because you know I like modify the schedule at the beginning of every semester. The stream schedule, well, and my class schedule. Yeah, so I'm gonna be. I am finally, after all these years, going to try to be the GM for one of my game groups. I have never done this. And I'm thinking I'm going to, yeah, stream the prep for a couple of reasons. You're thinking video games, yeah. So I'll be honest, I don't stream. I will stream some game prep when it comes to video games, but not others. And I'll be real honest, when I'm deciding to stream that type of work, it has wholly to do with how good I think the idea is, because I'm honestly just a little worried about copyright. Not from anyone, not from any of the regulars who are in the channel. Like, I don't worry about like you or QQ or Soul. I don't worry about any of you guys. You guys are all good people. But it's still, it's online. You never know who's coming in. The videos get archived. So I don't stream the important prep. I stream sometimes when I like fuck around with Bitsy or some of the little engines. And I make those little advert games. But that's because those aren't... I don't see those as being important enough to protect. Like, I enjoy them, but they're like mini experiments. They're not like big games I'm making. Oh, so we have just continuously been talking about different things the whole time. Yeah, if I was raiding right now, I would 100% stream like raid prep. But I'm not raiding right now. I don't want to raid right now.
Huh?
Agent Cruller, do you have any advice on the current situation?
We're gonna have to infiltrate the grounds of the stronghold and see if we can't get the drawbridge down for Fatty.
Nothing more to report at this time.
Cruller out.
That was so unhelpful. Yeah, so I used to raid in WoW, and I really enjoyed it. But I also devoted large amounts of time to that. And I could technically do that. If I look at all of the time I spend doing things that are not for my day job, I could raid if I wanted to. But then I would have to take out so many of the other things I'm doing right now that I don't want to devote myself like that right now. So anyways, yes, when I say game prep now, I'm talking about GMing for TTRPG. I'm literally gonna cheat here. Give me a second. Because I don't remember. I don't remember where I am. And the thing is like, I'm a super bad procrastinator. And if I stream game prep, then I'm more likely to actually do it and not fuck this up, is basically what it comes down to. Oh, that's right. So to go over to the castle. And do that fucking jumping shit. My other thought with streaming the game prep is I know that several of my regulars, you know, you included, have jammed before. So my other thought is that it might be... you know, if people are hanging around, maybe I could get some advice. Can I get close enough to shoot him? No, nope, don't go that way. Oh. This is the shit that I have to do now. Just touch the ladder. Come on, kid, touch the ladder. There we go. Don't go off the ledge. What are you doing? Nope, that was the wrong decision. Fuck! This is it. This is gonna be the whole stream. It's gonna be me hating this part. Hello, Fright. How are you? Oops, no, that's not what I wanted to do, but it's fine. It's fine. Ugh. I mean, I guess I'll try to double jump, but I felt like R1 had to be the thing. No, it didn't even. Wow. It's just, I feel like there's no way that a double jump makes it. Fuck. Serious?
Back to Russia with you in that. Don't leave me alone in here. Sacre bleu! I have been hit!
Alright, well this fucking game. It got code. Speaking of cool, shorts were not the correct decision for January. I'm gonna assume my mic picked that all up, considering that my mic will also pick up my roommate when she's across the room. Okay, just give me a moment while I cheat. I will say this, of all the playthroughs, this guy I'm watching right now just keeps saying, oh no, 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 I'm glad I'm not the only one that struggles with this part. So, like, I know it would be total hack swords, but I just wish that I could go right
Ta-da!
there.
That was easy. Stronghold stormed, game 1.
Oh, you have to storm the stronghold with your knight, you stupid fool.
Oh,
And just go small, and then I would be done.
ha!
Whoops. Huh? Come on, come on. Oh, there we go. Thank God. Oh, fuck.
Watch it!
Wrong button. Whoa! Water! Whoa! Come on, come on. Give me. Alright, hold on. Pause this shit. Oh, wrong button. That button. I was gonna change it, but then I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea. I think changing midstream is gonna just confuse me more. What I need is for them to allow some scum saving. I also should have taken off the sensors. Well, that sounds like a personal problem. Oh, because I need to not go that high. Fuck. Wow, I could do it without the ladder. Now I know. We have a place caller. She is up and moving. I hear her in the upstairs. So close. So close. Mm. No, that's not right. There we go. Good morning. Good. How you feeling?
I ate something last night and like felt okay
horrible. We're at that point that I like got frustrated and so I didn't finish it last time I played.
Still here? How long have you been awake?
I haven't been awake very long.
Also,
Hi
talking
QQ.
about me?
No, that's
Okay.
how he says hello when he comes onto
Got you.
into channel. That was several minutes
Sometimes
ago.
people say hello when I come down the stairs that way.
That is true. That
So I
is
just
also
wanted to make
true.
sure.
Shit. QQ just.
Hey, QQ.
QQ, I'm gonna just let the eat something sit for a few minutes because I ate like a large breakfast 30 minutes ago.
She did, I can attest. Smells like breakfast.
True. I fried up some leftover potato, onion, and mushroom, and then put a sunny side up egg over the top. It was delicious. Yeah, I slept for fucking 8 hours last night.
Probably.
I think the last time I did that is when I was living in my last apartment. I'm serious.
No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just. I slept for 5 hours straight. Does that count?
No. I will do the
4 hours.
hydrate though. Thank you, QQ.
4 hours. 3 to 7 is 4 hours.
Yeah, QQ. We all know you're a morning person.
Look, I slept less hours than you've been working, so leave me alone.
I just with my insomnia, it varies because there are, and this is why there's no set time for this stream because like there are days where I'm up at 7 a.m. wide awake, make some breakfast, go to work, and that's it. Today, I rolled over in my bed, picked up my phone to look at the clock, and it was 10. Okay, so here. Oh, I know, QQ. We are just teasing you. Because you do always wake up so early. I feel like I'm done with this week. It was my first week back to work, and everything just got fucked up. All right, so let me get out of here. So I'm at this point, right, where I'm gonna go and come up to the other side of the sword, and there's gonna be a cannon guy there, and I've never gotten past that cannon guy. Stop trying to sell me shit, YouTube. So I'm gonna just watch this video real quick, and then get back to you. I'll tell you why my week was so foobar. It was pretty redonkulous, really. What is this guy doing? Interesting, okay. Okay. Oh, so he got to this point. all right, I just have to get over there. I have to survive getting over there and then punch him. Yeah, so this week, it's my first week back to vacation, and, you know, I was gonna get my Canvas sites up, write some recommendation letters, just do all the things I had to do, right? And then the last light in the basement went out. The basement's where the office is, so I literally couldn't work. There was no light. Brought down a floor lamp, then the floor lamp went out. Not sure why. Tried bringing down a different floor lamp. Couldn't use the one, like I tried grabbing the one out of my bedroom. Couldn't use it because it was too tall. It reached all the way up to the ceiling because the ceiling in our basement is very, very short. So then did some quick and dirty online shopping and bought a ring light because what else was I gonna do? Can't use a ring light the way it's meant to be, where like you put the camera in the middle, right, so that it evenly does your face, because it reflects really badly in my glasses. So fucked around with that, got it set up. So I'm basically using it as a light, not as a ring light, but whatever, it works. But also had to wait for that to arrive. So I worked all day Monday, was very productive, but then lost half of Tuesday, half of Wednesday, because I could do a little bit like in the daylight, right? And then most of Thursday. Oh, fucking, are you fucking kidding me? Oh, God, and there's no other way, is there? Can't get up there. God damn it. So yeah, that was my week. I actually have half of my work up here. I don't like using this as a workspace because I want it to be very separate from my workspace, but I have like a whole stack of books here because I just couldn't take the frustration of the foobar basement. So, Placecaller tried it in the basement and we couldn't get a reading. But we might try it on one of the other, because you know it's all that recessed lighting, so there's like 15 bulbs or whatever sockets. So we might try it on one of the other ones, because some of them don't work, and that might be why we weren't getting a reading. We also have the landlord coming over on Saturday to do to take the dampener out. Okay, so I think what I have to do, how did that guy get over there? Hold on. And we're hoping that'll help. Okay, he does the little float thing, which I'm really bad at. So this is gonna suck ass. That was fun. I hit it and it did nothing. Oh, hey. Cool. Camera? No, I did it! I did it! Yes! Hold on. I need to, no, set it, I think I, no, blah, 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 blah. L2, that's what it is. Oh my god. No! Fucking A! Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, it won't let me. I tried that last time, remember? I did kill the cannon, so that's something. Come on, get up there. Get. There we go. All right. So I have one more thing coming in the mail, a stand for the new cat cam. And once that comes in, I'm gonna take a picture of like the whole setup because I have the new chair, the new light, Thank you for the save game. And then the 2 camera setup, and it's ridiculous. It's really actually ridiculous. In a beautiful, beautiful way. So I'll be showing off all that. All right. Nope. Get out of the fucking water. Nobody asked you to go down there. Nobody. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. I really hate using the levitate thing. It makes me feel very wobbly. Like right there. Why did I go the other way? I didn't hit anything other than the R1 button, and it just was like, no, we're gonna not let you line this up. What? I've gotten better at this part at least. That's the thing. I know that there's a fragment up there, and I can't deal. What the fuck? I was reading this, oh, hold on. Let me see, because I know it's actually right here. I think this was this message. just want to check this real quick because I don't want to like miss cite somebody. Yeah, so it was in this book, Reality is Broken, Jane McGonigal. I don't buy her stuff full scale. I want to start that there. I think she does have some overly simplified ideas in there, but also it's written, I don't think this is written for like an academic audience, so that may be why she did that. Anyway, she has this chapter on failure, and she talks about how gamers spend like 80% of their time failing in a game. And yet they will continue to play and do the thing. Whereas in real life, that is really not how I wanted to phrase that. In the physical world, or in other non-game endeavors, we don't do that. Which is really true. Like, if I was doing something outside of a game and I had failed as many times as I'd failed this, I would just not do it. I'd be like, this is a thing I'm not good at. It's why I don't play sports. Because I tried playing sports, and by tried, I mean, my parents made me because I came from a long line of jocks, and they're like, this is good for you. But I can't throw a ball. Really can't. And I tried. I practiced a little, but not as much as I'm practicing this. Why? Because I was bad at it. And after a certain number of failures, I'm like, I'm done with this now. I don't want to be here. But with Psychonauts, here we are. Still plugging away these fucking jumping puzzles. I mean, because I'm a girl and I said the thing, but that's actually, that's a very nonsense statement. Because my sister, who's a girl, played varsity softball. She was even, had a couple colleges. That were like knocking on the door, because she can throw a ball. But culturally, we have those types of misogynistic ideas, so it doesn't surprise me, because you grew up in this culture. It doesn't surprise me that you would then that would then pop into your head. It doesn't let me do the levitate while I'm on the rope, which is why I keep trying to jump on top of the whatever that platform is. And of course I keep jumping over it, which is not what I want, but at least I got to a point where I can skip the first jump. And I don't have to deal with the cannon anymore. Yeah, because it's like right on the edge. I wonder if I could... Nope. Let's do this. Nope, get out of the water. Come on. Yeah, so when I do that, I still end up going over it. So is it okay, so is it possible? Maybe, and I just haven't executed it correctly, but also in the video, he actually did a double jump. And then was able to do the glider thing. I do not know how to make the fucking... There it is. We're gonna try that. Oops. That was my fault. I totally hit the wrong button. Okay. I think that's one of the things that I sometimes get frustrated with in video games, is that for me, it's not always clear if the problem is that I need a new strategy, or if the problem is that I have the right strategy and I have just not learned to execute it correctly, right? Because sometimes it is just a question of I need to press that button faster, or this button needs to come before that button in order to make the move work, or something like that, right? And so this is why sometimes you'll see me repeating the same thing over and over again, is because I'm trying to figure out if it's an execution problem before I try another strategy. Because even when I have the right strategy, very often I don't, even when I know I have the right strategy, like I looked it up, I usually still fail a couple of times until I get that actual execution down. All right, so I'm pausing here really just to take a breath because I need to do a double jump glide. And I'm a little afraid that I'm gonna fuck this up. So, let's... Yep, I did fuck it up. All right. I didn't hit levitate fast enough. That's the thing. I sometimes also confuse, not in the sense of I understand the two different mechanics, but sometimes in my head I'm like, I need to levitate and I hit jump, or I need to jump and I hit levitate. Like my fingers seem to confuse those two, which is really weird since one of them is on the like trigger buttons and one of them's on the front pad thing. There's no coffee in there. What the fuck? Okay. Come on, come on. No! Oh, damn. This is gonna be hard because I feel like the glide is gonna get too. I feel like the glide's gonna be too low.
Yep.
Not entirely. Fucking camera shit. So I actually meant to try to glide that one just for like the practice of gliding to see if it would I don't know, help. Yes. Okay. I'm at max. All right. I need to bio break and get more coffee. So I'm gonna be back in like 60 seconds.
always so nice to see my bank account go back over 10,000.
Yeah.
Not that it was like severely under 10. It's just like, what, for double digits?
Yeah. Well, and I also think that there's a certain threshold, which varies, I think, for reasons and people, but where you are more comfortable than you are, whether or not you are actually in trouble.
Sure, yeah. No, there's normally I would be well over 10 right now. Or
Packer.
well under 10 right now.
Packer fan is reminding you that we hear all of this stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we know, Packer fan.
So, Baggerman, I just don't care. I am not reading you my my check number.
Yeah.
I feel like that's.
Yeah, no, we appreciate that you check in like that, Packer fan.
Yes,
that's very kind of you. And we do that to each other too sometimes, where we'll remind each other that the mic is off or on.
I think I've only ever done it one time where I have said something on mic that either I shouldn't have said or didn't want to say. Because I'm a pretty open person.
Yeah, I learned those lessons pretty hard when I learned those lessons pretty hard when before I streamed, I podcasted, and we would I just on a couple of times, there is a recording of me straight up talking about breaking the law on YouTube. All right. Because
you didn't knowingly admit to a DUI on Facebook, so I think you're doing better than some people.
I mean, is that better? Because in the middle of a podcast, I talked about speeding like super over the speed limit.
Not the same as doing
That's true. Because I borrowed somebody's car. It was a really nice car. So I wanted to see what it can do. Anyways, yeah, so yeah, it sounds like Play Scholar's comfort zone is 10 grand.
Watch it!
Ah!
No, Play Scholar feeling like she can actually spend money is 10 grand. Oh my god, all I want to do is get out of this. Can you stop?
So my comfort zone is actually 10 grand. In part, the reason for that is because at $10,000 in my checking account, if I were to suddenly lose my job, I would have, 2 months if I didn't budget at all, but 3 to 4 months of yeah, so that's actually 6 months. That's good. That's a good comfort zone, I think. I'm trying to do the math real quick. So for me right now, at about 10 grand, I could last 6 months. Now, that would mean that if I suddenly lost my job right now, I would immediately revert to eating just ramen noodles, not buying anything more, not driving anywhere, to cut down on the gas costs. I couldn't live at my current level on 10 grand for 6 months, but I could not get evicted. I could still pay the rent. I could still technically eat, even if not as well. And so that's why, for me, 10 grand is the amount right now. I'm curious, how about other people in chat? What is your comfort zone? In either months or dollars? There's just something so comfortable or comforting in watching somebody else struggle in the exact same way that I did. And that probably sounds mean, but then it's like, oh, it's not me. I'm not terrible at this. This is just actually a difficult challenge. Yeah, so that actually doesn't surprise me because I don't know exactly where you live, but I know what city you live in, and it is more expensive to live where you are than it is where I live. I also have a roommate, which means in addition to the fact that alone my rent is potentially less than what you pay, that is then halved because I live with Play Scholar. If I didn't live with Play Scholar, it would be more than 10K. I'm not sure what it would be. I'd have to do some maths to figure that out. Yep, I think you have your one-on-one meeting thing that you always do. So have fun. Good luck. 加油. Yeah, so oh, interesting. My rent is actually a little more. The rent here is $1,350. Oh, you're outside the city. That's why. So yeah, here the rent is $1,350. Obviously, I split that. Internet is 100, but we also got the maximum speed and upload available in the city. Because we actually could be paying 50 for internet and it would probably be fine for streaming, but because we sometimes stream at the same time, we decided to go for the big one. And our utilities vary wildly. By the season. Like we've had some months where it's probably at 50 and we've had some months where it's at 150. Okay, so now I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm so upset. You have no idea how upset I am right now. I wonder if I can shoot that guy from... I want to try something. Can I get on top of this thing? Okay, no, but maybe if I get closer. Oh, you can reach me, but I can't reach you? Fuck. Ah! Fuck, 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 fuck. Whew, good. Okay. Ow! So I'm wondering if the range is such that I could take care of the cannon from over here. Although, because it's shooting, this still might not be the best way to get over. So I think I'll go back to the orchard.
My sister's writing scholarship essays.
Fun times. Not at all. Any juicy discussions? We were just talking about what people's financial comfort level is for like having money in the bank. Packer fan had mentioned that 6 months of expenses was his comfort zone. I had mentioned that like at about 10 grand is where I feel comfortable. So juicy? No, we were basically just talking about how we each adult.
I just like about 4. Which could be worse.
Mm-hmm. I mean, these things also kind of like are probably determined in part by how quickly you think you could get a job where you just suddenly lose your job. But also, like, you know that you're not going to like suddenly lose your job mid-semester. Like, that would be some very weird special circumstances for that to happen.
Well, and I also know that if there was ever an emergency situation, I have a fallback that I have used. It makes it even more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's still moving back in with my parents at age 31, but it's possible.
Right.
So, like, for me, it's actually not my comfortability in whether or not I think I can get a job quickly. It's in my comfortability knowing that my community will support me until I can support myself again. Because, like, I have a few friends that I know would take me in a few weeks.
Right. Well, and also with you and I living together, you know that I'm not going to just be like, get the fuck out.
But yeah, for sure. But I mean, there is a point at which I would feel like it would put a strain on things if I went too long, yeah. And also, I didn't just want to assume on stream that, like, oh, Krista-Lee would support me if I lost my job. Like,
I mean, here's my thing. Like, so real. If you lost your job and we're living together, no, I'm not going to immediately kick you out. I don't think there is, like, a number where I would be like, oh, at this point, I would kick you out. It's more like, if, you know, it's been 6 months, you're not looking for a job, and you're just sitting around the house eating bonbons and watching TV, we're going to have a conversation. Because I'm not, you know, that's not okay. But at the same token, if it's 6 months and you have been, like, diligently looking for a job and trying, and, you know, you're just having bad luck, then we're not going to have a conversation. We're going to share some bonbons to make you feel better. Right? Like, that's...
my roommate, everyone, is the best roommate.
Thanks.
Alright, babe. I know that you are sleeping.
So, QQ has a pretty high threshold. So he's got about 20,000, and he is just starting to feel comfortable. Wow.
Well, you know, when you've had relatively stable jobs for a couple of decades, I believe your threshold would go up.
Oh!
Also, QQ's from California.
100% after having a stable job, because, like, right now my comfort zone is at 10 grand, but before I had my current job, my comfort zone was 5 grand. So, like, the number that makes me feel comfortable literally doubled when I got a better job.
Well, and your quality of life went up too, so the amount that you need also increases. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, the thing is like, as you get a better job, your quality of life increases, but that means the amount that it takes to keep your current quality of life also increases, which means that threshold has to increase.
Right.
It also increases because you just have more money. So if you're spending all of your money, you feel less cool because I would imagine, particularly in the beginning, and I don't know, because I've never had a job that pays more than minimum wage. But, I guess technically until now.
Yeah, so when in the first couple of months of me having my current job, I actually was spending all of my money, because I ran into several emergencies right in a row and didn't have enough savings to cover that. And so, like, the paycheck came in and the paycheck went out, because I'd blown the whole savings that I did have on the security deposit and the move, which the move wasn't super expensive. I had friends mostly and borrowed a truck from Dane. So, but even so, like, I'd been working part-time for poverty wages, so, like, I don't really have a savings. So that went all to the security deposit and the move. And then, shortly after moving in is when, let's see, my brakes went out, all of my tires needed to be replaced.
Got into that accident. I don't even think you needed anything.
I didn't need anything. We did. I'm just talking to the things that cost money. I then also had the fight with the pole in the parking garage that took my mirror out. And then
She didn't have a fight. It was more like she hit a pedestrian.
I did not hit a pedestrian.
But that wall wasn't going anywhere. It was standing there minding its own business And you just came in and took a chunk out of it.
It was a pole in a parking garage.
It is not the pole's fault that the engineer made that shit too small.
Oh, this is not. The pole was asking for it.
The pole was not asking for
100%.
It was not.
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I'm gonna have to do the jumps. All right.
Did you do the thing? You've gotten past the part.
No, no, I have not. It's been an hour and a half. Here we are. Shut up. I am getting increasingly good at the beginning parts, though.
That is how it works, yes.
I say as I can't get back up.
I'd also like to point out that I wonder if it's that you're bad at sports, or if it's that you never were taught sports in a way that made sense to you. And I say that because me and you cannot do anything for shit except for throw items from couch to couch. So yesterday, y'all, we didn't even mark it. I don't even remember what I threw, but I threw something that was relatively small and probably was gonna miss. I chucked it, Krista-Lee caught it in her hand. Not even in her lap, in her hand.
It was your crochet part. You were throwing at me to look at.
Yeah.
The swash, I think. Which was also still connected to the ball.
Yeah.
So I had the project and the ball.
But all I'm saying is...
But Mania, I don't think that's necessarily stupid. Why do you think that'd be stupid? I mean, here's the thing. So I understand being tired of renting. I toy with the idea of buying a house sometimes, but I actually kind of like renting. Here's the thing. I'm sure part of this is the fact that we have a really great and responsive landlord, and every time something goes wrong, not that this place is bad, but it's very old, And basically every time something goes wrong, I'm just like, oh, thank God this is not my responsibility.
Yeah, in a perfect world, I would not be the one physically building my house, but I would have a house built.
I can see though that if your partner's completing their PhD, there's probably, there's the uncertainty, which kind of throws a wrench in the idea. Also, by the end of the PhD, there's a very good chance that y'all have to move. But also, if you can get a good deal, and right now interest rates are really low. It is a buyer's market right now. So if you can buy a house right now with this low ass interest rates, you might be straight up better off than renting, because now you're also investing, and even when your partner's done, if you do have to leave the city, the chances that you will actually make money off of selling the house, even if it's just a little bit, is pretty good. Whereas if you're renting, there's zero chance of that. I did not know that, QQ. I didn't know that having a house built was on your bucket list.
Mine too, QQ. Mostly just because you can do it the fucking way you want then.
Watch it!
Okay, wait.
I mean...
How did I do this?
Bub, I'd say that probably depends on how much you lose on the house.
Yeah, I would say that too. because if you think about rent as that's what you're losing every single month, right? Just hypothetically, let's say that. That's a not insignificant amount of money. So let's say, just to give like an idea, let's put numbers to it. Let's say you're paying $1,000 a month in rent, which who knows where you live. Oh, QQ just put up a prediction. Will GA finish this puzzle? I'm very curious to see what people say. Yeah, so if it was $1,000 a month, that's $12,000 a year. Let's say you're at 5 years. Again, I'm using some real simple numbers that are probably not actually indicative. That's $60,000 that you have essentially lost, right? You are not going to regain that. So if you took a loss on the sale of the house that was less than that.
I have never thought about rent being that much money, but it is that much money, and I didn't need to know I was spending
Sorry.
30 grand over the next 5 years.
Yeah. Now again, I'm like super oversimplifying this because you also have like house taxes and stuff like that, or property taxes that you are not paying when you're paying rent. But that's how I would figure it out. I would figure out how much you would be paying in rent over that time to see how much of a loss you could take on the sale, but still wind up ahead of where you're at right now. And so the answer to your question is, even if you lose money selling the house, it's better than renting, is yes or no, depending on how big the loss is.
Right. How much are you spending on rent versus how much are you spending on the house?
Right.
With like a solid 15 grand set aside in those 5 years just for repairs, assuming nothing really crazy happens. Because really crazy things can be upwards of 20 grand to fix.
Yeah.
In a house.
Yeah.
Which is why you don't only need the deposit, you need another 20 grand on top of the deposit to just have.
But the other thing is, like, things like that can also then add a lot of value to your house, which means you're more likely to sell it for more than what you bought it for.
Exactly, bub. Exactly. And that's the reason. Well, that's one of the reasons I have never considered buying one. Mostly because I don't ever have the superfluous cash to be able to take on that responsibility.
So no, QQ, I gave you those powers so that you would use them. By the way, did anyone predict? What was the prediction? What are the results? No, I can't do shit. Really? This is where I'm gonna die? Fuck. Oh, sad times. I'm not sure how to get high enough to do...
Can't get a good grip.
that part. So it's the second time I've made it that far, and both times I have not even come close to getting high enough. Wow.
All these extra strings.
So my intention is, at the bare minimum, to keep streaming until I finish this, because the last thing I want to do is come back to it on another day, because then I'm gonna have to start over.
I might be at 6 o'clock. If I have made dinner before you're done with this puzzle.
If you make dinner before I'm done with this puzzle, I'm not finishing this game. That is 5 hours from now. I am not going to continue beating my head against the wall for 5 hours with this fucking puzzle. You see, but QQ, again, that all comes down to you renting from like a decent person or a decent place, right? So like we totally have input. Seriously? When our wash machine broke, our landlord asked us if we had any requests for the type of wash machine we got.
Yeah, our landlord yells at us because we feel bad about telling him when things happen. And he's like, guys, this is my
She
job.
says yell at us, but what she means is he very politely is like, guys, please tell me when things go wrong. I want you to be comfortable in your house. But also, command strips are kind of great. Like, even if I owned my own house, I would still be using command strips for a lot of things.
Yeah, you remember when we moved in, like before we moved in, and the landlord was painting, and he was like, y'all have any requests for the walls? Like, do you want anything repainted? And we were like, no? Like, okay, so there's like a beautiful mural in my room, and the landlord was like, I don't know, do you like it? I'm like, of course I like it! I'm not gonna have you fucking paint over it. Yeah, exactly. Like, our landlord is so cool. We literally got this place because we're gamers.
The pet rent, it can be kind of a bitch. I will say that. So here, yeah, here our pet pet rent is only $25 a month, which is not terrible. But I have heard of pet rents upwards of $100 a month per month.
Per pet.
Yeah, and that's ridiculous. I've also, I had a friend who was in a place where it was a per pet thing, and it didn't matter what kind of pet it was. And the reason I mention that is because if you have a gerbil that's living in a cage, that is wholly different than having, say, a cat or a dog. Because cats and dogs, I have a cat, I love my cat, but they will potentially damage the property. The gerbil in the cage is not. Those two things I feel like shouldn't, like, animals that are full-time in a cage should not be charged. Shouldn't be charged.
Yeah, no, I had a friend who lived in a place that did charge different rates per type of pet, but all of the rates were still ridiculous. So if you wanted a fish, they charged you base 20, 60, or 80, depending on the size of your tank, and then $5 more per fish.
See, I would not live in a place. Even okay, so I don't have any fish, and even if I didn't have any pets, if I read a rental agreement that said something like that, I would not live there because I wouldn't want to live under somebody that unreasonable.
Remember when we almost moved in above that old woman who was like, "Are you ever gonna have anyone over? If you are, I'm not gonna rent to you."
Oh, is that the Karen down in Shorewood or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
With the breakfast nook from there was this breakfast nook there that did not have enough room to allow a child to sit in it because it was so cramped.
yeah, it was so cramped. Like,
Krista-Lee couldn't fit in it, I don't think.
no, I couldn't. And that was so I was
Or sorry, GamerAnthro. I don't know why I keep doing it today.
So I was actually sick at the time, so I was thinner than I am now by like 20 pounds at that point. So I was like very, very thin. And I had to like suck in my gut and like kind of do like a cat pose, you know, where you like go like that in order to like squeeze into the breakfast nook. So it's like I could technically fit in there, but I would never sit there. Like it was built for like 5-year-olds. Yeah, and then she did some high pressure sales. So she called me on the phone. I think that's the one who called me on the phone, right?
No.
Oh, that was a different one?
Yeah, so that one was different than the one that your current beau at the time and I had seen first. Like, had seen together. And that was the crazy gymnastics teacher who would, like...
Yes!
Like, who had taught, like, Olympians and was super intense. Like, the house itself was epic. Because you got a whole floor, and then we would also receive the attic and half of the garage. And I think it was actually less than this place. And the attic was usable space. You never saw it. But we would have had the whole attic for the whole house.
Wow.
Because the downstairs people had the whole basement for the whole house. Except for the washroom. And so there would have been, like, ample room for, like, gaming and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been good for offices because it wasn't, didn't have the stuff that makes things warm.
Insulation?
Walls, yeah, it didn't have insulation in it. So it would have been good for short term with heaters, but it would not have been good for, like, long hours daily. But that was an interesting place. But she was crazy. Because she was like, if you don't have an answer to me in the next 5 hours, you're not getting it. And I'm like, we eventually were like, okay, no.
Yeah, so...
And we don't want it. Because, like, you had to come in person from Madison and couldn't get there in time. And she was being...
Right, she's like, can you come look at the house today? And I was like, no. I am an hour and a half away, and I work.
Right, I didn't have a car at the time, which is why I went with your beau.
Right.
Because he had a car, was willing to take me over his lunch break. Because she was like, if you don't come today, you're not getting it. So we were like, well, we need a place. Like, that was, at the point, I think we were like a month out from moving. We were like, we have to go look at this.
And so she calls me on the phone, and I'm like, no, I can't. I'm like, I can come out this weekend. And she's like, that's going to be too late. I need an answer now. And I was like, well, I'm not going to rent a place sight unseen. And she's like, well, your boyfriend and your roommate came in and they really liked it. And she was trying to like sell me on this place on the phone and like wouldn't let me off the phone. Like we actually had this like way longer conversation than we need to be. And she kept trying to say like, well, what if I sent you pictures or what if this or that? And I don't really know why she was trying to sell us so fucking hard on it. I don't remember. Oh no, I remember. Because there was somebody else that wanted it and they had a kid and she didn't want to rent to somebody with a kid.
So here's the thing with that crazy lady, is that she really wanted us to move in. Because we would have been her ideal candidates.
Right.
But she was so insistent that we get everything done right now that eventually Krista-Lee and I just said we are no longer interested.
I mean, I told her I was no longer interested on the phone call. Because she wanted an answer on the call, and I kept trying to put her off, and she wouldn't. And so my final answer then, because she demanded a yes or no, was
so
no.
We were texting while you were on the phone with her.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Me and you were texting while you were on, because you were being pressured. You were like, what do I do? What answer do I give her? And I'm like, no. Because we don't want to rent from someone like that.
Yeah, no doubt.
This was the very last place we looked at.
Yeah.
2.5 weeks before we had to move.
Yeah.
God, okay, for the record, we started looking at places in February in order to move in May. Or June. June 1st was our day. Okay? We were on the ball. And we still did not find this place until so close. That was so down to the wire. And we got this place because we were like, yeah, we're gamers. And then our landlord was like, well, are you really gamers? We're like, yeah, dude. Literally, we're both game scholars. We're so gamers. It's ridiculous. But when in doubt, rent from young people. Because we're the first people to rent under him, too. I think that also makes a difference.
Yeah.
Dude, he hasn't entirely solidified what kind of renter he wants to be.
Hey!
Yeah, you were there with us, QQ. I remember that now. That's right.
Yeah, I remember having to be like, QQ, can you stop talking? You can make friends later. Because we had shit to do, and you would not.
We were all nerding out. Don't... Can't put that all on QQ.
God damn it, I keep hitting that thing.
But yeah, this is by far the best place we found. It has the most space. It's like right on the edge of what was doable financially, but like 100%.
Yeah, because I think wasn't the rent like literally only $25 under your absolute max?
It's $25 under my absolute, maybe I can pull this off maximum.
Wait, what are you talking about, QQ? She can because she clearly did, just doesn't mean she should?
Oh, yeah. Doesn't mean I should have, but I did it and can do it, so I'm here.
Oh.
And to be fair, that does mean that I spend over what I make, but that's what student loans are for.
Oh no, he was talking about the nerding out. That's true. I did put it all on QQ. I mean, we were all nerding out, but like QQ was the last one when we were all like, all right, we have things to do now. Oh fuck, no. Ugh.
I feel like maybe... Is there not an easier way?
Nope. I mean, if you want to Google something, please.
I don't know where my phone is. It's somewhere.
It's literally right there. I can see it.
Yes, good. It's out of my eyesight.
Because everything that I have found is just, this is what you have to do.
Okay, you've already looked it up?
Well, I mean, did I do an extensive, like, go down all of the searches? No, because I'm in the middle of stream. You might find something that I haven't.
So you didn't do it, you didn't find a walkthrough?
Oh, I did. And it's this.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was asking.
But that doesn't mean it's the only option. Like, just because I found a walkthrough that does it this way doesn't mean there's not another way, is my point. So you should Google that. Yeah, you should. Do you want to spend all day watching this? Because that's...
Sure. Me watching this is not, it's not a bad thing.
Hey QQ, do you want to Google this for me?
What is this game even called? Psychonauts?
It's the drawbridge. So we're in Napoleon's world. Specifically, we're at the drawbridge because I'm already finished most of this world. Yeah. Drawbridge is jammed. So that's a specific puzzle inside the Napoleon world. So that's another thing you could maybe use as far as search.
So you're trying to get into the castle right now.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Packer fan. I hate this game right now with a passion. A fiery, fiery passion.
I can't find anything other than that one. I can't even get it to tell me, like, give me a good, anything else that's good for this area. Because I don't think I have the...
Hey, Miss Jukebox, welcome to the party. How are you? How was your stream? Nothing?
What?
You can't find anything?
I don't even know if I have the right search terms. I found exactly one thing that talks about this at all. What are the search terms I'm using?
Hmm.
Because all the other videos I'm watching look nothing like what you're doing right now at all. Like it's a completely different area.
Oh.
And I don't know.
Oh, so by the way, for the raiders just coming in, my roommate is just off camera that way. So if you hear another voice...
Hello, raiders!
So unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on what floats your boat, you have come in when I am on this jumping puzzle that I have literally been doing since I started this stream 2 hours ago. And I can't get past it. So I am actually well, but I am a little frustrated. I will admit, I am a little frustrated. Oh. You have before, haven't you? Or am I misremembering? I don't know. Yeah, well, because we're in significantly different time zones, so I get it. I mean, that's like even me just trying to go see your streams. Literally, it's not more often because of the time zone. I mean, feel free, QQ. That's why you're a mod, so that you can do things. I'm literally pausing here not to talk and fix my hair, but I'm procrastinating because I keep fucking up right here. This game is just so hard.
So we're like close to the end, right?
Yeah.
Have you done the boss fight with the eagle?
I'm gonna say no, because I don't know what you're talking about. Oh my god! Oh my god, I was right there. Oh. Son of a bitch. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of swearing until I get past this, just in case anyone has sensitive ears.
Okay, so you raise the drawbridge, throw the device in the gears to jam it. You've done that.
No, that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Okay.
I need to get there. This whole jumping thing is for me to get there. So the other thing that's really frustrating is you can't save mid-puzzle. So like what you're seeing right now, I've done that multiple times in the last 2 hours, but like I can't save right here. When I load the game, it's not going to take me to this platform. Because that would make this, I'm not going to say easier, because I would still be failing at that further point, but at least I wouldn't have to keep redoing this part over and over again, right? Like if I could save right here and so then just practice this part, that would be less frustrating, I feel. And like at this point, I even like looked up strategy guides, can't find any other way to do it than this jumping puzzle, which I am just like cannot execute for whatever reason. But on a high note, what does make me feel better about all of this is when I tried to like look at YouTube walkthroughs, I only found a couple, but they failed just as much as I did. Fuck. Like everything.
Done the weird room with all the grid, the like hex grid things.
I don't know what you're talking about. So you're in the right area, because I can hear the video. I need to real quick bio break and refresh my coffee. So give me like 90 seconds. I will be right back.
you taken care of the cannons? The thing's shooting at you?
Yes. Well, one of them. I can't get to the second one yet. Because I can't seem to reach it from the ground unless you're finding something that says I can.
Okay, do you want to watch what this person does?
Sure.
Sorry, I don't think I got it right where I wanted it to be.
That's fine.
Okay, this is the one where they make it. Oh, nope, it's not. I went back too far. Sorry, everybody!
Yeah, sorry. Just literally watching a playthrough right here to see if there's anything better I can do.
Mostly because what she hasn't told you is this is not the first Friday she's played through this.
Yeah, I was on this puzzle last week, gave up on it, and then came back to it today.
1 second. I'm pretty sure this is the one where they make it. Yeah, this is the one where they make it. So that's where you're at right now, right? Okay.
I just want to watch for an extra minute to see what comes after it. Oh, the use to that. Okay. So, I mean, that's
I was hoping that it might give you some.
literally exactly what I've been trying to do.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like they get like right up to that one big white cylinder thing, and then they stay there for a while to get their shit together before they.
Mm-hmm.
Where you've been like, run, jump.
Well, I mean, not every time. But yeah, bad execution. Yep. Go do your post-stream check on everything, Miss Jukebox. We know how that is. Honestly, what I was hoping you would find was something like, oh, you could do it this way, which is a jumping puzzle, or here's the back door. Or like, oh, here's this ability that you forgot you had. If you do this, it becomes easier. Apparently that's not the case. Ugh. I'm not blaming you. It's not your fault. It's my fault. I suck at this shit right now. Ugh. which is extra bad, is like, okay, so that platform that's in front of me, originally there was a cannon there. I already took care of it. That's because I've gotten past the point I'm at right now already, but I can't seem to like then repeat it.
So you have taken care of all the cannon boys.
There's two. This is the first one, and then there's one more that you can't see right now because the corner. And the last cannon boy is the one that it's the very last bit. Like, I'm so close to finishing. So I guess actually watching that did help because I realized how close I am to finishing, which means I can do this today. I can do this. Hey, QQ, did anyone vote in the last prediction? I'm assuming the answer is no because you didn't tell me. I'm wondering if nobody voted in it because they don't want to admit that their actual prediction would be no.
I mean, as I said, I'm cutting you off if I've made dinner and you're not done with the smoking.
For reference, for those of you in other time zones, it's 2 p.m. here right now. So what my roommate is saying is if I'm not finished in 4 hours, she's going to cut me off. Also, QQ, I did not know if you were aware of this or not, but predictions are not available in all countries. Which really makes me wonder what might be available in other countries that's not available here. Because everything that I've ever seen Twitch advertise, I have then had access to being in the US. So if anyone has insights on that, I am actually would really love to know.
What I've heard from Ati is that all the tools available anywhere else are also available in the US. But not all the tools that are available in the US are available everywhere else.
That's what I suspected, but I wasn't sure.
Twitch cares most about their US content creators. That's how Ati has always phrased it.
So, okay, so the person she's referencing is a colleague of ours. Whether or not that is true, and whether or not Ati is also considered the fact that, one, Twitch started in the US, they're headquartered in the US, and...
He wasn't saying there's anything wrong with it.
Right.
Just that that's how it is.
There are more US content creators, there's also more US viewers, and they make more money.
Again, there was no value judgments or there was no judgments on that as a thing, but that doesn't mean it's not a thing. Twitch has lots of reasons to give more of a fuck about their American content creators than anyone else, and they do. And that's not, that's just the way that it is.
No,
As American, we gotta check that privilege sometimes.
So, no, I get what you're saying. So and I don't think that you were doing it as a value statement, but I think that they are focusing on different things when it comes to other countries. And the reason I say this is because I applied for it and was watching what they were doing, trying to expand in other countries. And so, like, their focus in, like, Asia, for example, is just trying to expand because, and this floors me, like, they obviously have some PR issues. Gaming and streaming is massive in Asia, but Twitch is not... It does not dominate the way it does in the West. So they are losing out on a huge demographic of potential customers.
All I'm saying is that as America right now, we do have the most hilarious and saddest content in the world. Just go check our news streams. It's really fun. People dressed with like face paint, shirtless, and with buffalo hats on, or you know, in the White House right now, so that's cool.
No, not right now. The coup was suppressed. Words I never thought I would speak in my life. The coup in my country where I live was suppressed.
The coup.
The attempted coup. It was an attempted coup.
Kind of.
They tried to instigate a civil war. There is documentation proving that they tried to instigate a civil war.
Look, I understand that.
They wore shirts that had the date.
I understand that. The quotations around the coup are not that it wasn't an attempt at a coup, it's that it was so poorly executed that can one even really call it that?
I mean, that is true. It was.
That's the problem. And because, okay, y'all, okay, Trump supporters in their Trump hats with their Trump shirts, some of them were like pretending that they're a part of like religions that they shouldn't be, but that's fine. A bunch of Trump people go up into the Capitol, beat up a bunch of cops. You know,
I mean, they almost had control of the Capitol building for a brief period of time. At least all the important ones.
They were on Congress floor. Like, that'll happen. Nancy Pelosi got a quarter from one of them because he took one of her envelopes to prove that he had been there in her office. And then left a quarter for her and put his feet on her desk. And then left.
There's actually a picture of that, so I think it's funny that he's like, I have to take this envelope to prove that I was here because the photo of me sitting in her chair is not going to be enough.
Right.
Oh yeah,
that's... No, okay. And then, before the end of the day, a bunch of Trump supporters who were not there were like, oh, no, that was obviously Antifa. So then people like Michelle Bachmann are getting up and saying, oh no, that wasn't actually Trump supporters. That was like Antifa liberals pretending to be Trump supporters going to the White House.
I don't think that's possible because I think that if somebody who's Antifa put on a MAGA hat, I think the reaction would be just like holy water with demons. Like, I think that's what would happen. I think they would put the hat on and smoke would immediately start coming up.
I don't know. Yes, QQ. As much as I'm laughing about it right now, actually,
it's not
serious.
Funny.
It's very serious and it's not funny, and it's...
Sometimes you have to laugh to deal with things. That does not mean that we are saying this is funny.
No, because it's actually really fucked up on several levels. I deal with my life and bad things that happen in my life with humor.
Which is a legitimate strategy.
Also, this is how the bell turned out.
I saw that. It looks very good. Play Scholar is knitting a sweater while I play. Crochet, sorry. I knit, and so I always just say knitting anytime I see yarn being...
Look, lots of people use the word knitting for pretty much any yarn work.
Right.
It is Kleenex.
Yes.
However, you know, for any of my fellow crocheters listening, I wanted them to know.
Well, the thing is like, when I was younger and I crocheted more, I just called everything crochet. But now that I knit more, I just call everything knitting.
I mean, even sometimes I call everything knitting, and I don't even knit. So. Also, sorry for the random political rant in the middle of the stream. I don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, truth be told, I tried to keep politics off the stream, but also... it's a little hard when, you know, like I said...
So this is actually something I'm going to talk about in my dissertation, because for my dissertation I'm going to have to do like a political backdrop. You know, what's going on in the country I'm studying, which is the United States, and I'm studying gamers, and so this is one of these questions that I'm going to talk about, is like, so many gamer spaces are anti-politics. Not anti-politics, but they don't include politics in their spaces.
Right.
And my question is why?
Political discussion is not welcome in most spaces.
But why? In most gaming spaces. It doesn't mean it's not acceptable in a lot of spaces.
Well,
More generally.
so, I mean, in the US, political discussion is not accepted in a lot of spaces, full stop, which I think is something you're going to have to also talk about, because that, when you talk then about American gaming culture, that is going to have an effect. Because think about it. The things you are not supposed to talk about in polite company is religion, politics, and I literally just forgot the third one. And money. You're not supposed to talk about how much you make.
Sure.
Like, those are considered private, impolite things to talk about. And so it doesn't surprise me that... Now, does that mean there aren't additional reasons why gamers don't want politics in their thing? I 100% think that there are additional reasons.
Yeah, because we have this. So the thing that's interesting for me about gamers being like, do not talk about politics here, is because it comes along with this conversation that says that games and geekery and nerdery are not political. Right? Like, they frame it in this way that's like, don't talk about politics here, this is my safe space. Meaning that politics are not safe, which is definitely a countrywide thing. And also, people like vehemently are opposed to people talking about or bringing politics in to their gaming spaces. Not every gaming culture.
You gotta lay down.
Like, not every gaming...
if you're gonna be on my lap, you gotta lay down. I think QQ actually does have a point of... So it's not a recent phenomenon, because this is something...
No, this has been forever. Yeah.
Right. This is something I was seeing well before...
This is something that was happening...
the current administration.
Fucking Star Trek originally... Like, the thing that's interesting to me is that it's been an ongoing conversation from the beginning, and also so much of gaming media is so very political. So much of geekery media.
Yes, okay, we made it.
And nerddom.
I just need to pause here. Take a breath.
Proud of you.
Yeah, so QQ, this has been true my entire life in gaming. And I want to say I started... I mean, forget elementary school, because when I was in elementary school, I was not politically aware.
Right.
Like, I knew who the president was. I could name my governor. Like, I could do that as, like, a 7, 8-year-old. But, like, I didn't really understand what that... I didn't really understand what that meant, right? Like, at 7, I could be like, the president is blah, blah, blah. He's the head of our country.
Right.
But that was, like, me basically parroting facts, right? In middle school, when I started playing TTRPGs in the lunchroom, I was kind of borderline, let's say, starting to become politically aware. So I did not have, obviously, the maturity and intellect that I have now, but I was starting to become politically aware. And it was already something that, even if I would discuss political things with some of the friends that I gamed with, we did not discuss those things in or near our gaming spaces.
Right.
But that also could be because one of the guys that I gamed with was in my social studies class, where we were literally learning about politics, so it's not like we could not talk about politics. Because we were in class together. Right. But I feel like if we hadn't been in that class together, I don't think we ever would have, because we were gaming friends, and gaming friends don't talk about politics. Usually. Unless you're me and Play Scholar living in this house together. Okay, so... here's the thing. I need to get from... Okay, so I know you can't see this right now, because I literally have to be paused or I'm going to die. Relax, baby. But I have to get from the platform where I am to the next platform. The next platform has a cannonball on it. I need to do the glide mechanic. That's not what they call it, but I can't remember what it's called right now. I need to do the glide mechanic. But I need to make sure that I don't get hit by a cannonball while I'm doing it, because otherwise it breaks the glide and I'm just going to fall. I also need to get higher than I was getting before, otherwise the glide is too low and I don't get on the platform.
So it looked like when they put on the thing that they were then invisible.
They did an invisibility thing?
Yeah, because when they floated in, they were like mostly transparent, like you could barely see them.
That is something I have not tried.
So they put on the goggles, and then they were invisible, and then they went over.
So that is... an ability.
Do I have any fellow crocheters in-house? I should probably put headphones on.
There are a couple of people who come into my stream on occasion who are crafters, but I don't know if any of them are here now. Because QQ is the only one really chatting. And QQ does not do yarn work.
Although QQ should, because QQ would make phenomenally cute crochet YouTube videos if he did.
True facts. He does paint minis though, so he is a crafter, just different crafts. Okay. Okay. Oops, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Shit. This needs to be... Now I just fucked up my key bindings. Alright, this was R1, that's R2, okay, that's L2, good. So I'm gonna go R2, R1. R2 and then R1. You knit a scarf for someone once.
That's awesome.
Good job. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry we're just sitting on the screen. I'm literally nervous. Because while we're in the key binding screen, the game is paused. And I'm actually nervous to restart the game now.
You gotta bite that bullet.
I know, I
If you sit on
know.
the screen till 6, the same thing applies.
I'm not gonna sit here for 4 hours.
Yep.
Oh, fuck!
Oh!
How do I get high enough? Hold on a second. I just...
So the person in the video consistently got higher jumps
Right.
with their glide than you have.
So I...
At any point.
Yeah, I could tell that in the video, but I'm not entirely sure how that was accomplished.
So it looked like they double jumped glide.
So you have to double jump to even initiate the glide.
Okay.
So I am double jumping, but my double jump, maybe it's an angle thing, I'm not sure. Like maybe I need to, yeah, like maybe I need to be angling up during the double jump instead of over, because I have been kind of like trying to angle, because you can double jump. Okay, so like right here, watch this. I will double jump to make it to the platform, right? But I'm, oops. God damn it. But like I'm double jumping, I'm angling over, right? Because I'm trying to get up a wide gap. Like maybe the answer is I need to double jump straight up in order to get the height.
Well, so with the glide, so if this works like real physics,
Sure.
with the glide, the higher you are, the more time you have
Correct.
to go over
Right.
things. So I would say yes, try high, and then slowly angle down. as opposing to angle forward, because then you're not going to get the height.
Yeah.
That actually makes sense.
That does make sense. Fucking A. That was just user error. Fucking walked right off the cliff.
This is actually a game I think that me and you could have, like, if we did it for brunch bosses, we would have done a thing where we would have had things that we were each better at.
Yep.
And likely, I will not try now because I have not played this game ever.
Right.
But likely, I would be better at gliding because I'm generally better at flying in all of the games I've played.
Mm-hmm. So what PlayScholar is referencing is a few years ago now, like 3 years ago?
We've known each other for 3 years, so no.
2 years ago?
Grudge bosses?
Yeah.
1 year ago?
Whatever. Okay, so a year ago or so, year and a half, whatever. Some time ago, we used to stream together on a different channel. It was like a group channel, so like other people also streamed. We had a show that was the two of us that was called Brunch Bosses. We did it Sunday morning, and we would do, there was two types of gaming we did. One, we would do 2-player games, so we were both playing at the same time. Or there was a couple times where we played 1-player games, but we would switch back and forth with the controller. And we found when playing 1-player games where we switch back and forth,
Like also Harry Potter.
yeah, true, with Harry Potter too, that there's certain things that PlayScholar just has an easier time with, and there's certain things I have an easier time with. And so we would just tag team who was doing the thing. Harry Potter was kind of the same way, because like she was better at the broom flying, so if we ever had a thing where we needed to fly, I just let her do it. Welcome back, Packer fan, and how are you? As you can see, I've gotten nowhere. So I actually did get a little farther while you were gone. I got to the very last platform and then I fucked it up. Basically, the glide wasn't high enough, and so I was like that far away from being able to grab the edge. That was a camera problem. I hate that jump because the camera never is such that I can actually see the jump. So I have to like blind make sure that I get there. What is also not helping right now is the cat is sitting directly with all of her weight on one of my feet. And it's falling asleep. My foot is, I can feel the onset of pins and needles right now. Oh, did you understand what I was saying? You're gonna be nice to your mama and move? Oh, yes. So honestly, the reason the cat doesn't come up here more often is in part because when I open the cabinet that the PS4 is in, she really loves to go cuddle my PS4. Yes, Packer fan, I made progress in the sense of like, if I was running a marathon right now, I progressed a couple extra feet. That's about where we're at. Also, PlayScholar brought up a playthrough, and so I'm like almost done. All I have to do is get rid of that one last cannon, and then that's the end.
She just has to execute appropriately.
Yes.
She now knows all the things that she needs to do. It's just that pesky execution. Hashtag reasons I don't play very many video games. There's nothing I dislike more than knowing exactly what I need to do to get to a place and literally just not having the ability to get to that place.
Oh, thank you for the hydrate.
Oh yeah, thank you for the hydrate. Y'all can't see me, but when you hydrate GamerAnthro, I also hydrate. Look, Twitch and TikTok are the reasons I drink water.
I just didn't do it soon enough. Honestly, I want to say thank you to everybody in chat who is still with me. Despite the fact that this is going so badly.
Look, there are entire papers on how people enjoy watching other people fail at things, so.
I know, that's true. Well, and I was talking earlier before you woke up, actually, there's a chapter in McGonagall's book about how people will enjoy failing in video games and will keep doing it, like I am here, for example, in a way that they will not do in the physical world. So I was talking about that a little earlier, which is true, because if this was some kind of physical world thing I was trying to do, I would have given up already.
Oh no, I was awake for that conversation.
Oh, were you?
I was just in the kitchen.
Oh, okay. So in my head, you weren't in the room, so you weren't awake.
Yeah, no, I listened all the way through chopping up all the vegetables for dinner and doing all the dishes and talking to my sister. And... That's why I reference sports.
Right, right. Object permanence problem. You were in the room, ergo you didn't exist anymore. Oh man, I still have a little coffee. I forgot about that. I'm done. I'm not gonna have any more either, so if you want to finish the pot, feel free. Or not. You can also not. You should not inhale your coffee. It's bad for you.
No, my lungs really like liquid, you know? They're like aloe vera plants. If you overwater them, they survive.
Oh, that's not gonna work. Wow, that was terrible.
Wow, girl.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
You know, I titled this stream, "What Am I Doing?" Maybe I should have titled it, "Watch Me Fail."
Does your sister wear white ever?
Yeah, sometimes. Why?
Because I have so much sparkly white yarn.
Oh, I could 100% make her something that she would wear. I mean, you would have had her at Sparkly.
Just for the record, anyone who's listening that I know or semi-know in real life, I have so much white sparkly yarn. If anyone wants anything done with white sparkly yarn, please let me know. Because I bought white sparkly yarn, but I needed other kinds of yarn.
what she's talking about right now is why I don't often make sweaters.
I mean, I do that with all sorts of projects. I'm just like, oh, I definitely need this many skeins of this color. Turns out, nah.
I mean, I overbuy on purpose all the time for just in case.
Yeah, I almost always have at least one full skein left on any project.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Because like, if a project is supposed to take 4 skeins, I will buy 5.
The problem with this sweater is I have enough skeins, I just don't have enough skeins in the right colors. For anyone who doesn't know, I am currently making a Christmas sweater that was supposed to be done by Christmas. Definitely wasn't.
You didn't start it till after Christmas.
No, I didn't. I didn't start it till yesterday. No, the day before yesterday.
I just want to be able to scum save in the middle of the puzzle. Is that too much to ask?
Of this game, yes. Practice makes perfect.
It doesn't though, because I've been practicing for several hours.
Yeah. Yes. Took me 8 weeks to make the first sweater I ever made, and wow, definitely not perfect.
Still cozy though. I mean, actually, that's true, Packer fan. So it's fairly common in games that you can.
This feels old school though.
Well, this is old.
Well, there you go then.
So it is old school because it's old. There's a second one out even, and the second one at this point I think is also old.
When did this come out?
So this was originally made for the PS2. I don't know what year it came out. Does anybody know? 2005.
But I mean, it feels like an old school platformer, and a lot of those old school platformers did not have save points. In the same way that we have scum saving in like RPGs and...
But I'm not talking about save points, right? I'm talking about being able to save anywhere that you are.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, so many of those platformers had no... There were tons of platformers that just have no save points at all. Like, you can never save anything.
2 is not out yet. Wow, I said that incorrectly. So Psychonauts 2 is available, like, comes up as a category in Twitch, which is why I thought it was already out. But I never looked it up, so I don't know. But I feel like with older platform games, saving at various points feels like a thing that I did. But at the end of the day, this all varied by game. Yeah, that's probably true. There's probably available as a demo or testing. I mean, or the fact that it comes up as an option is just irrelevant to anything, because what does and does not come up as an option is kind of weird sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
The PS2 is start of that era.
Yeah, when I was saying old school, though, I wasn't talking about 05. I'm talking about, like, the games all the old dudes used to play on that one show. Thomas and a couple of the other, like, older folks, older students, older, like, would play the show with all the super old games, like 80s, 90s era. Anyway, they played a bunch of games where you could save nowhere, and you just had to, like, start up the fuck at the beginning, and, like, if you died, then you went back to the beginning and started the fuck over. No saves for you. Go away.
Yeah, that is like old school 80s Nintendo era, because I think on... So it's not set, so it's actually behind the couch. I don't even know if Play Scholar knows this. Behind my couch right now, I have an original Nintendo system. And it's just not hooked up. But I had it hooked up at my last place for a while. So, and I'm only mentioning that part because I mean, like, I just recently played these games. I mean, I'm not hearkening back to memories of, you know, decades ago. But I think on the original NES, all those games were that way. Like in Mario, you don't save in the middle of a world. Like you go back to the beginning of the world. And I think Donkey Kong was the same way.
And watching this game, it always felt that way to me. Like when I was watching it anyway. Like, while I've been watching you play it.
Mm-hmm.
It has that kind of feeling to it. I don't know what gives it that kind of feeling. I can't analyze it that way.
I find this game to be an interesting mix of both old school and not, because the I feel like the grappling with yeah, actually the polygon count on the maps definitely feels that way. But I feel like it's dealing with mental health as a topic is very okay for 2005 when it came out. I think it was a very ahead of its time. Not the first, that's not what I'm saying, but ahead of its time for what I think was being done in the early aughts. Oh, fucking A, why did it? I don't even know why it just popped. No, I need to go around one more time. Wow. So on the one hand, that surprises me, but on the other hand, I am very bad with timelines. And I have always been this way my whole life. So this is why I never know when games came out. Like, I have to sit down and think about it. Even with World of Warcraft, and I started playing at release and did research on it, but if you were to ask me right now what year it came out, I would have to seriously think about it in order to come up with a year. WoW came out 1 year before this in 2004. And that would explain why I never played this game before now, because I was playing WoW at the time. And WoW is the only game that I played for some number of years. And I'm not putting a number there not because I'm trying to hide it, but because I don't actually remember. But for at least the first 2 or 3 years that WoW was out, I literally didn't play any other games, any other digital games. I'm not including like playing games with the analog games with the family at Christmas, for example. But yeah, for a few years there, World of Warcraft was literally the only thing I played.
But why? So like I know that like when you first started it, you were doing some research, so that makes sense. But like lots of people who play WoW tell me that like when they're really in WoW, like that's it. That's all they do.
There's so much to... WoW is so massive and there's so much to do in it that... that you don't get bored with it, right? Like at some point I will finish this game and then if I want to keep playing it, I could do some achievement hunting or I could go and redo boards. But it would be a repetitive factor of I'm just redoing the boards or going back over places I already saw. WoW is so massive that every time I logged in, I could be doing a different quest, I could be in a different area, I could be doing totally different gameplay than what I had done the day before. And so I didn't need any other game. It's not like right now where... like right now, I stream multiple different games because I want different types of gameplay. Can't be on my cord. Sweats in League of Legends. I tried playing League once, and only once, because I had some friends who were like, yeah, download it, we're gonna play tonight. And I was like, okay, I will give this a try. And I logged in and they weren't around. Apparently there was a miscommunication and they thought that I wasn't coming. So I played with some strangers for a little while and then I just stopped. When it comes to online multiplayer games, I like the social aspect more than anything else. And so when I had these friends who were like, we're gonna play, and then they didn't show up, I promptly stopped playing. And yeah, well, I mean, there is no game that's for everyone, right? And that's the thing. League of Legends was, like, it wasn't bad. It's not, I mean, obviously it's not bad. It is a very successful game. But it's not my, it is not my preferred style.
Like, GamerAnthro knows this, but I have never found an MMO that I was even, like, remotely interested in starting. At all. Because it's not my cup of tea. But...
Fuck!
So I always like listening to people who really love them tell me about why they love them. Because I love that other people love them.
Yeah, I mean, the absolute variety in World of Warcraft. And I did, I mean, there's a couple of things. First of all, I played differently than I do now, because now I play 3 hours a week on stream. That's it. I like don't log into WoW outside of stream. You know, back in the day when I was playing like 20 hours a week, I actually also did all of the things. So I was crafting, I was cooking, I was socializing with people, I was raiding, I was doing dungeons, I was questing, I was, and questing went into like reading and learning about the lore,
Right.
you know, all of that. All of which I found very engaging. You're talking about LOL, I assume. Yeah, and that happens too, Packer fan, with games over time, I think for a lot of people, right? So whereas I previously was playing WoW 20 hours a week, you know, or more if it was during a vacation, and found it very engaging and I loved it. Now I play WoW for, you know, 3 hours a week. Occasionally, very occasionally, I log in when I'm not streaming. And that's it. I don't want to play more than I did before. But WoW has also changed a lot in that time. Not least of which is it's gotten so much easier that I find it less engaging.
Well, and you took like a really long break from WoW too, right?
That is also true. So when I moved out of the country, I stopped playing WoW. And I lived out of the country for several years. And then when I came back, I didn't immediately pick up WoW, in part because where I was living, we had not great internet. We had what was great internet if you were not a gamer.
And also, you didn't have a hard line where you could have even played anyway, so... Right.
I mean,
We've all been on Wi-Fi, right?
I mean, you can totally play WoW on Wi-Fi if you have good enough Wi-Fi, but I didn't. So yeah, so I didn't, you know, and by that point, after taking, you know, multiple years off, in that meantime, my guild had broken up, the friends I had weren't playing anymore, or some of the friends I had, I just lost contact with and I wasn't talking to anymore. And so like, I feel like I would have had to really start from scratch again. So I just started playing other games instead. Fuck, which I think was probably good for me too, right? Like, I needed to expand my horizons. But in taking the break, because I was overseas, I also then ended up getting introduced to other games that I found very compelling. So I wanted to be like in the in-depth only playing one game a lot less than I had been previously. Eve, wow, man. So I've read a ton of work on Eve. There's a lot of academic work on it. And I find the stuff I read about Eve very fascinating. I love to read about Eve. But everything I've read also makes me not interested in playing at all. Not at all.
The math alone.
The math's not the problem. I like math. It's everything else. In the 3 years I've been teaching 277, I've also had a few students who will play Eve for their final paper, where they start from scratch in order to like research how people learn how to play Eve, and that makes me want to play even less. And that makes sense. If you are super into a genre, it will 100% cover mechanics such that you still want to play. I have played, especially RPGs, if a story is good enough and the mechanics suck, I will continue to play for that story. Can anyone tell me how to get a higher double jump? Because obviously this is not something I am figuring out. Had the whole conversation about doing straight up with Play Scholar, and that's not getting me high enough.
can you just practice that glide a few times? Like, instead of going all the way over and then doing the glide from there, like, just trying to practice glide.
Can you jump up the center of the building?
So from what we have seen, Packer fan, no.
Do you mean like from the ground? You mean back here? Oh, can I? Holy fuck balls! Wait, does this matter? Hold on. So I need to, this might be a thing. I need to get up on one of these ledges because I need to see where oh, I wonder if I can just get rid of him from here. Oh, yeah, hold on. Yes, fucking A! Thank you, Packer fan! Oh, the cat did not like that. Oh, shit, baby. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Oh my god. Save this shit. I literally would be jumping up if it wasn't for the fact that the cat is on my lap. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Yes, you're right. Thank you, Packer fan. Pro tip for platformers, just cheat. I want to say I think it's pretty obvious that that is not the way it was intended to be done. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's not the way it was intended to be done. But fuck it. Fuck it. All right. Save here. Yes. You saw it an hour ago, but you let me sit here and sweat it out. I'm teasing. That's fine. I need to bio break now that I've saved here and the cat is off my lap. I will be back in just a second. Whew. I did it before dinner.
You did it before dinner.
So I do not often do this, but after this stream, I am going to go back, I'm going to clip that, and I'm going to put it on YouTube because me and PlayScholar both tried looking up how to finish this, and all of them showed only the way that I was doing and failing. Thank you for the hydrate. I am actually quite dry from the exclamation of getting past this. I mean, yeah, all of the walkthroughs that I found were all done in the way the game was intended. But I don't care. So my 2 cents on games is that if the coding allows you to do it, it's fine. I will not hack games in order to do a thing.
Why not?
Because to me that feels like it feels like cheating.
So?
That wouldn't be fun for me.
Okay.
Like, the excitement for a game is getting over a challenge and figuring out a way to do it. But it would be like okay, so you could call what I just did cheating. That feels different because it is, again, a part of the game and it was just a different way, not as intended. I feel like when you're hacking it, you're just you're fundamentally changing the platform. So for example, let's say I was weightlifting and I was trying to bench 50 pounds and I couldn't do it. If I then took it down to, say, 10 pounds and I was able to do it, there's nothing wrong with that, but that's not the same as benching 50, right? I wouldn't bench 10 pounds and then say, hey, look, I just benched 50.
So, I think that code breaking is interesting because it's the utilization of a different skill to solve the same problem. And it's also interesting to me where people fall when it comes to, like, what is cheating. Because we've talked about this quite often. The way that me and you play games together would be considered cheating by some people.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, in general, I think that if you're talking about a one-player game where you are not affecting somebody else's gameplay, cheat all you want. I think there's nothing morally wrong with that. I specify a one-player game that you're not affecting anybody else because there are things where if you are talking about a multiplayer MMO situation, and this is a case-by-case basis, but there are things that people will do to cheat, but then it literally negatively impacts other players. And then I have an actual moral objection to it. Let's see, I need to get big in order to move the knight. That is where we are at. Where is big thing? But yes, very good, Packer fan. What I did was emergent gameplay. You're going to go take a nap.
Take a nap! Self-care PvP.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah, me saying you're gonna take a nap wasn't judging. That was me being like, I find it, this is gonna sound weird, I literally find it difficult to nap.
Sure, yeah.
Okie dokie. see. Do I move it there or do I actually move him across the drawbridge? I'm not sure. I move him across the drawbridge. Yes!
Your walls are no thicker than the crust of a creme brulee. Behold the mighty tapping of my spoon.
I want to admit that part of me can't fucking believe that I actually finished it. Oh!
What is this? Fred! Did you do this?
Thank you for the tip factor fan.
I can't believe it!
Thank you.
You are a Bonaparte! There is some Napoleon in your
So
veins.
between this
after all.
stream and the last one, I think I actually spent 4 hours just trying to get that goddamn drawbridge down.
The future is yours, Fred Bonaparte. You are indeed a true warrior. Go forth and fight all your battles with the same determination you showed here, and your life will be an endless parade of victories, like mine.
Yes. Well, except for that last one. The one in Waterloo.
I was sick that day. Very bad stomach cramp, let me tell you. That's why I've always got my hand tucked in here, you know? You'll find out when you're older. It's hereditary.
Oh.
Is he really gone? Hello? Hello? Anyone else in here? Ha! We did it, Raz! I'm all me again. One person, not French. Get me out of this dang jacket so I can go strangle me an orderly.
Hey, good thinking, Fred. That sure would save me a lot of work.
Yep. Right after I take a nap.
Yes, what? Nap?
Speaking of naps,
War is hell, Rasputin, and I'm sleepy. I'll take care of Crispin for you, just as soon as
Oh, man.
I have a straitjacket, which means it's probably going to be necessary to take care of the guard. That's my guess, at least. Interesting. Get to the top of the tower like I did in my vision.
Greetings, Dr. Loboto. Up to the secret laboratory, then, is it? One moment. You're not Dr. Loboto. My eyes may be half gone, but I would recognize the Mad Doctor anywhere. He's got a stone-cold face a man doesn't easily forget. He wears a beastly smock, covered in thick straps like an electric chair. And in the place where his hand should be, there's nothing but a gleaming metal claw. So if I'm not mistaken, you're not Dr. Loboto, you don't pay my salary, so kindly back away from my elevator and die. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so I wonder if I put on the straitjacket. If that would do the thing, but it's not in my inventory, so there's that. Alright, so the answer is no. I am working on the theory at the moment that I will find these things by destroying them. Come on, get it. Come on. Ah! Alright, turn around. Gotta give me those brains.
Better give Maloof's brain to Mikhail ASAP so we can protect it.
I could really do without him kissing the brains, though, I will say that. Let's see. Ooh, there's another one over there.
How Chloe sneezed this one through that helmet, we'll never know.
I always crane my neck as if, like, me moving is going to actually make me be able to see around corners on the screen. Even though I intellectually understand that's not how it works.
Involuntary body movement.
Yeah. True facts. Ooh, the bed is jumpy. Oh, I do that too in driving games. I tilt the controller. I've even had people tease me for it. Oh, that's not what I want to do. The thing is that depending on the game and what system you're using, there are controllers that have tilt mechanics.
What you painting there?
That is my patron, my psychiatrist,
I can't think of the title of any right
Looks
now,
like
which is
Dr.
really
Lobotomy.
super bad because I literally
Is
wrote
he
an
the
article
one who
about this
chained
at
you
one
up?
point.
The doctor won't
There's
let me go
mobile
until I
games
complete my
that
treatment.
are actually
So why don't you just finish the painting and go home?
tilt-based
Why don't
with controls.
I just...
Yeah, I hate those. Have would not recommend.
Why is that?
Wow. See? Sometimes you
Because they
just
don't
have
tilt the way
to...
I want them to.
You painted a
Or my
bullfight over
hands
the
will
doctor's
naturally
face.
go to tilt.
Why a bullfight?
And also, you can't adjust your hands in
Edgar,
any way.
why do you...
Every
The
time!
phone.
Every time it is the same.
Tilts the
The
game.
matador, the bull. How I despise you both. But my hands won't let you go. Ah! That is why I am here. Chained in more ways than you can see.
A prisoner of art.
A prisoner of art.
Well, I'm gonna go downstairs. You good?
I'm good.
Oh, great. Now what am I supposed to do? It's not like I can reach a regular restroom when I am all chained up like this.
Wow, this area has very little that's actually interactive or destroyable. Not sure how to help him with the bullfighting obsession. I'm not sure how this works. Oh, hold on. Hold the phone. There's stuff up there.
There's stuff up there?
There is stuff up there. Almost missed it. Just ranked up my pyrokinesis. Woo woo! Alright, let me check this quest log real quick. So the helping the patients with Gloria and Edgar, I'm not sure how to do either of these things. But I wonder... Hold on. This is gonna sound mean, but I wonder if I burned his paintings. I also wonder what
What is that smell? I hope nothing's burning. With all the flammable chemicals I have in here, that would be a disaster.
Alright, since there's no, I can't burn his paintings. Okay.
Yep. What? No. Yep.
Out of here. I hate when I get stuck in architecture. Let's see. Did I go over here already? Yeah, I did, didn't I? Is there anything up?
Excuse me, ma'am, but did you see a girl?
You must be my new leading man. Aren't you handsome? But, my gracious, you're so young. Tell me, why do they keep casting me with such mere babes? I guess that's the curse of having an eternally young face. Oh, you're back to take away everything I've worked for? Because you're jealous!
So I just got too close to that thing. That is not what I came in here to do. What I'm wondering is if I can levitate that out. If that is...
Oh, now I know this isn't supposed to happen. Oh, now I know this isn't supposed to happen.
Okay, the answer is no to that. All right.
Oh my! Usher! Oh, you're back, takeaway.
They're not gonna let me do this. Cheat again, are they? Nope. I have a gold watch. Was that a part of the scavenger hunt? I wonder if I can use the straight jacket on him. No, I can only use it inside the thing.
Hey, boy. Why are you trying to burn down the asylum? Yep. Nope. Doesn't look like it's gonna budge.
That's where Gloria is. Is there another entrance? Answer appears to be no. The crows just picked up something.
What? No.
Yep.
What did the crows pick up? I couldn't quite see it. But actually, you know what? I think I should actually save here and call it, because I'm at a new puzzle basically, and we all know how long it takes me to go through puzzles. Police Caller has made it perfectly clear she doesn't want me to play until dinner.
It's not true. I said, if you were on the same puzzle, I was going to cut you off because you would have been so frustrated and angry that you would have needed something else.
That's true. Yeah, but I'm not sure I'm in for another like 2 hours of play to go through these particular puzzles. So, because I don't like stopping in the middle of the puzzles. So that's the thing, right? I am 21 hours into the game. Is that like... Did you look up how much I played it, or did you look up where normal people are when they're at this point? I feel really dumb right now.
Almost 22 hours.
Yeah. 21 hours into the game. And I'm trying to remember how long it's supposed to take to beat this game. I also wonder why I keep looking up that kind of information, because my hours is always more. Always, without fail. Alright. So, we should raid somebody. Because raiding's fun. So I'm looking up to see who of my followers are online, but if anyone has a friend or somebody they like who is streaming, let me know. I am usually open for suggestions. Do you mean less than 500 viewers? Because I know I've talked about how, like, I don't want to raid somebody who has 500 people in their chat with 5 people. I just feel weird doing that, but I wouldn't care about the number of followers. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant. No need to be sorry. Actually, I just found who, right, or they'll probably both. We're going to raid Mayonette because I chat with her in other people's streams, but she is almost never around when I am ready to raid someone. In fact, I don't think I have ever raided her. So let's do that. Yeah, thanks everybody for sticking with me through that through that that puzzle of madness. I really appreciate it. I will be back Sunday with Witcher, and also, just as a side note, I will be, in the next few days, I'm going to be actually thinking through how to do the social coding stream, right? So we talked about that last semester, but I'd had to put it off because school time and work, but now it is winter break. And so now is the time, which I only mentioned because if anybody has additional thoughts on that, that's the place. So certain decisions have already been made. So I'm going to, I don't know which one first, but I'm going to focus on learning C# and Python, because of the discussions we had in Discord, mainly with Packer Fan and DVD. So I don't want to rehash that debate, but what we never settled on was how that was going to happen. Trying to find games, preferably that I could play on stream to get through that, but haven't had a ton of success with that. So not sure how that's gonna fly. But yeah, if anyone has any more thoughts, please let me know in Discord, because that'd be great. All right. Yeah, thanks everybody, and I'll see you in a couple of days on Sunday. Bye. Python was easier. Bye. Yeah, I think that we were kind of thinking about doing Python first because of that, even though my ultimate goal is I want to learn C# in order to be able to use Unity better.